Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue, 15216. You'd never know that it's winter. We got another storm heading this way. It's Martin Luther King Day, and we got a great crowd here. This is going to be our football edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. We got a first. We got the Pittsburgh Power, and we got the Pittsburgh Passion. Woo! These are the local football teams. And he started early. You don't know, but I'm deaf in one ear because of him. Wait till he starts on his What's on Our Mind. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. We got Smoking Jim Frazier. We got Chip the Prophet Hayner. And our other co-host is Little Z, Zach Brenner. He's a regular on our Tuesday night show, which is seen live throughout the area. For all the people that have the questions, like the Passion and everything, even though I know a lot of them, and Teresa Kahn, our show has been on since 2011. We're on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area, from Uniontown to Cranberry. I started a Facebook page last February, Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. When I left the house today, because I still have this dumb phone, we were at 2,280, and we did that in less than a year. So thanks to everybody that's liked us and our fans. And we appreciate if you like us first, we'll like whatever you put out there within reason. Okay? Not everything, because people are sending me some stuff that it's a little too crazy. And again, that's Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook, YouTube. And there's a tradition, if I mention our Facebook page, some people drink. And if you want to just drink water to that as a toast, that's fine too. And we got a ton of guests tonight, so we're going to do a little abbreviated versions of our What's on Our Mind. But we like to talk sports, and we like all type of sports. And Smoking Jim's made a couple bets, and I made a couple predictions that come true. So at least we'll have to get that out first. And we were at a couple nice events we're going to talk about also. Hey, Chip Hayner, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Alan. Hey, I know this is going to be a football-themed show, but, for that reason, I just wanted to go in a kind of a different direction with what's on my mind. A lot of different sports going on in Pittsburgh right now. The Penguins are playing the Panthers. They're at the first period intermission. But what I wanted to bring up is basketball, because there's been kind of a resurgence in basketball in the Pittsburgh area. Pitt Panthers have finally become in the top 25, and it's funny because they won 16 of their first 17 games and couldn't get in the top 25. Then they lose their last game and they move up in the polls. So go ahead and try to figure that one out. Also, I wanted to give a little shout out to the Pittsburgh Bullets, a friend of the show, Marcus Robinson, doing a great job with the only professional basketball team in Pittsburgh. The Bullets happen to be undefeated. And I mentioned the fact that the Bullets are undefeated because that brings me back to another Pittsburgh basketball team of some note that very few people remember, and that was the 1967-68 Pittsburgh Pipers. That was the very first year and the only year of the team's existence they played in the ABA, and that happened to be a team that is two distinctions. It's the only professional basketball team in Pittsburgh sports history to win a world championship. They won the ABA championship, and they also hold the record for consecutive wins by a Pittsburgh sports team at 16. They won 16 games in a row that year, and I just wanted to make note of that, and partially because when the Pipers went into the playoffs that year, the night of their very first playoff game was the day that Martin Luther King was murdered. And there was quite a bit of rioting in the Hill District, and the players had to deal with that. But the Pipers came back. They won that first round series, and they ultimately ended up being the New Orleans Buccaneers in 7 games to win the world title. But that's what's on my mind, Al.
Thanks, Chip. You kept it to a couple subjects. That was perfect, buddy.
I see this host of guests here, and I need to shut my mouth and get the guests up.
Well, you got to watch, because a lot of these guests are a lot stronger and tougher and better shape than us. Even you, Smoking Jim. So just hold back. Where's security at right now? Zach Brenner? Smoking Jim Frazier? What's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
wait. Okay.
You got to see Levine. Hey, anybody that knows me knows I love the ladies, and they in the house tonight. Big hand for the Pittsburgh Passion. Bill Boyce got his beautiful models here. Big hand for Bill Boyce. I like to start each and every show by giving a shout out to my main man, Dan the Man, makes the best coffee in the world. If you like coffee, order a cup from Dan. You won't be disappointed. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. Brandy, wave to all your fans. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor, grab a menu. I tell you what, 2 weeks ago, I had the best meatball hoagie I ever had in my life. And it's because of the chef. The chef Pete's in the back. And most people probably know by now that I'm an NFL scout. And Friday, the Pittsburgh Steelers gave me a call to help them with the NFL draft. This will be my 11th year in a row helping the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to do something, thank you. I'm going to do something a little bit differently this year. I'm going to surround the building with yellow caution tape because this Pittsburgh Steelers organization is starting to turn into a crime scene. It was a crime for the Pittsburgh Steelers to fire first-year offensive line coach Jack McNeil Jr. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded for Levi Brown, the fattest man in town. Levi Brown is obese. He got the muscle tone of a canned ham. Maybe the Steelers thought that his double chin would help him with double team blocks. Levi Brown got hurt in pregame warmups. That ain't Jack McNeil Jr.'s fault. Jack McNeil Jr. didn't draft soft Michael Adams, who'd rather smoke a blunt than lift weights. Hey, Michael Adams, this is Pittsburgh, not Colorado. 350-pound Marcus Gilbert is fat, slow, lazy, and sloppy. The only reason Marcus Gilbert is the starting right offensive tackle is because he loves Ben Roethlisberger. At 350, he loves anything with burger in it. It is a crime. It is a crime against Steeler Nation for the Pittsburgh Steelers to fire Jack McNeil Jr.
Thanks, Smoking Jim. That was one of your best performances, and I can actually hear a little bit, so you must have toned it down here. I appreciate it. Now, what's on my mind is we do a lot of fundraising. We had a great guest last week, Todd Murphy, and he does things with the Penn show that he had, and I got all kind of autographs. I don't know if you can come in on this at all. I usually don't get autographs. I've made a big thing out of it, but I actually spent 6 hours with Devin Shea and Zach Brenner at the mall at Robinson. So I don't know how they held up with me. It was a little rough. And I wanted to show Devin Shea had this great book here, and he got the autographs and everything else, just fantastic. And another thing, we do a lot of cross promotions. Smoking Jim, that means we promote other people too. Not cross-dressers or any of that other stuff you start talking about. We're not posting that on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. It's a family-friendly type of thing, even though you put that controversial stuff out. This is Christopher Nix. He does some unusual artwork. If you look at this from a distance where everybody's at, you see a nice Penguin logo. It's not just that. There's so many pieces of information in here. He puts it all in his artwork. Just fantastic. So check him out, ChristopherNix.com. And I wanted to bring up a couple things since I picked two favorite teams in the NFL because the Steelers aren't in it and my black and gold's pouring out all over. So I did pick, what was that, Seattle? And then they told me that Manning couldn't win. Somebody keeps saying on Facebook he's a choker. But it's a team, and I don't understand it, and I still stick to my guns that the Broncos will win the Super Bowl. And that's what's on my mind. Now we got great guests here, and usually I have ladies go before gentlemen, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Tommy, welcome to the show. Why don't you introduce yourself to your new Pittsburgh fans here? We're excited about you. Mario Tempest, I want to give a shout out to him. He said, do a little homework on you.
Yeah.
So I've been studying up and found out you're like an MVP and the superstar of the league. So welcome to Pittsburgh, and we're going to start with a clean slate with this power. And you know we're all about champions here and championships, and I believe that you can bring it here. So introduce everybody.
It's obviously Pittsburgh's a huge football town, so I'm excited to be here. My teammate back there, Aaron LeSueur, he's also excited to be here, and I went to school at the University of Oklahoma. I graduated, then I played a couple years on practice squad teams in the NFL for Dolphins and Cleveland Browns, and then started playing arena football in Oklahoma City, and then went to Utah. We did some good things in Utah, and then I signed here as a free agent this offseason. I'm excited to be here. I'm originally from Huntington Beach, California, and it's a little different.
How is this
California
Pittsburgh weather greeting you here then?
It's cold. I've been living in Utah the last couple of years, so it's
you know snow a little bit.
Oh yeah, I've been in snow, but it's cold, and it's kind of a different cold out here, kind of wet cold out here.
Well, I know the question everybody here in the audience wants to know. At Oklahoma, they still paying the players?
You don't have
no
to
comment.
answer any of these questions. Smoking Jim he thinks outside the box like I do. And we'll talk about that off show. We have a special edition we do off the show because it's not on the air.
Yeah.
Okay, because these opinions are his own, and he can defend himself. Well, sometimes, but I will help out once in a while. Yeah, he is an NFL scout.
You talk to Adrian?
We can see. And his dad.
We'll have to have some conversations after the show here. These are inside things here, folks, and Smoking Jim's the best at it, so nobody's better. So, what made you sign in Pittsburgh here?
It's a team that's been down the last few years.
We know.
They haven't won too many games.
We know.
I like the Coach Stingley. I know he's getting stuff because they haven't really won, but they haven't had the players. And I think the ownership's done a great job of bringing a bunch of good players together. I think we got a couple guys from Arizona who are real good players on the defense side of the ball, and then me and Aaron and one of the other receivers are coming to town. So we think we're going to change things around, and we want to be able to compete for a championship the first year.
And I talked with Aaron before the game, and he was your receiver last year.
Yeah, me and Aaron have been playing together for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, so we know each other pretty well, and I think 2 years ago he had 68 touchdowns. So
Hold it, wait a second. I'm going to have him on. I wasn't going to have him on, but you said 68 touchdowns.
Now, I read in the paper. How many touchdowns did you throw for last year?
I had last year I think it was 107. The year before that I was 142.
Did you say 107?
That's
170.
107.
107.
2 years ago we had 142 touchdowns.
How come the drop off is what I have to ask? No, I'm kidding. I told you I was sarcastic. No.
One of the things you'll notice being here in Pittsburgh, and if you were on the practice squad in Cleveland, don't let a lot of people know that around here.
You guys aren't big Cleveland Brown fans?
Well, actually, most of these guys, they hate Cleveland.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad for Cleveland. Their team was stolen in the dark of the night, become the Ravens, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything, and they seem to shoot themselves in both feet all the time.
Yep.
So the less you can say you're around there, like the ladies might feel sorry for you, I'll tell you that much.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland are kind of blue-collar towns.
Yeah.
And, there was a rivalry, and then one sound was a little more filthy than the other. But the one thing that Pittsburgh holds over Cleveland, so we never caught a river on fire.
That's when pollution was very severe, and you could see the river looked like rust-colored, and it caught on fire. Accidentally, of course. And it was true. That's some of the history. We're about some positive stuff and what you look forward. When does your season start?
We start camp February 20th, and then our season starts March 15th. I think we have our first game at home versus Cleveland.
Well, we'd like to have you back
Nice.
to give us some reports after camp and maybe before the season starts.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to come back.
And we'd like to check out some of the games. I've been to a couple of the games in the past, and that's why I said I do know how they played.
Sounds good.
So,
We're planning on winning this year, so.
There you go.
Well, then we're with you.
We're excited.
And
about
we're
the
all
season.
about winning.
And I'm glad you could make it to our TV show. This gentleman had a rush from Northside He was on a radio show. So now he's got radio, he got TV in one day, and now where are you headed to next?
We just gotta meet some buddies for dinner. But,
Well, go enjoy yourself.
How long have you been in town so far?
I've been in town for about a week, 2 weeks. I've been coming back and forth from.
Been to
from here in
Permanis
Utah,
yet?
So,
Oh, my
what's that?
Have you been to Permanis yet?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you're gonna have to try it. There's a Pittsburgh classic.
He's still a newbie here.
It's in the Strip District.
I'm trying to get out as much as
It's
possible.
got everything on it. You'll
That's
love
a
it.
plenty of nice
I'm living
places.
in. You guys know Chris Kimiatu?
Yes.
He went to Utah. I went to Utah after I transferred from Oklahoma, and so I'm living in his house down on the south side.
Oh, you're in the perfect location.
Nice.
Go to Fatheads, go to
Yeah.
Piper's Pub, go to a couple places
They got a
there.
sushi place down that's pretty
There's
good.
a,
Nakama.
yeah, Nakama's an excellent place.
Hey, we got him. He's a Pittsburgh Power today, and a Pittsburgh Steeler come September, baby.
There you go. Thanks again. You take care. Have a good dinner. Might as
Thanks
well
for having me,
introduce
yeah.
yourself. And I didn't know you're a modest man. 68 touchdowns?
It was 64, so
Okay.
I'm
You're,
an honest man. That was pretty good. I mean,
well, you know what quarterbacks tend to exaggerate. Like
It's
he's
64, yeah.
6'5", but he's 6'8", you know,
well,
somewhere
he didn't
around
tell
there.
you either because that's the AFL record. That's the single season record. But he broke the. I don't know if you guys talked about that. He broke the record that year. The
Kurt
AFL.
Warner's record?
So I don't know. Did he hold it before? Tommy? I don't
I
know.
think Kurt
The
Warner
TD.
had
We
that.
didn't even
was
get
so
into
he-
it because
he
he's a
broke the
modest
AFL,
man, and
yeah.
we'll have him back.
Yeah, he actually is. He won't tell you a lot of
And I
things
tell
about
you
him,
what,
but
you
he's.
got more muscles than ever seen on a wide receiver. You all natural?
I got a. It's just a small shirt. I wear small shirts, so it makes me look bigger than I really am. You know. It's a trick. That's what I do in front
I
of
don't know what
NFL. When I know an NFL
Here,
scout's
we're
going to be in the
peds
room.
free. We're all ped free on this show. We've argued about it. There's been insinuations by Smoking Jim Frazier about Little Z, Zach Brenner, but he's all natural. We were out eating. We were eating when we were getting autographs from the Penguins, like the old 2-9er and all that. And this guy, he just didn't stop. He's just a prolific eater, and he's in shape because
Yeah, it looks like it.
he's
Yeah.
not eating to gain weight. He's eating to lose weight now
You got
because
roid rage.
he's gonna. No, look at how calm he is. He'll be one of the calmest guys. But introduce yourself because you
Okay,
see
yeah.
how we get off the subject here. So-
Yeah, no. My name's Aaron LeSueur.
And I pronounce your name okay?
You did, yeah. It doesn't happen very often. It looks like LeSueur, but
Bethel
it's
Park
LeSueur.
TV first.
I'm actually from all over the country. I moved a lot. I was a
I didn't wanna
military
ask
kid
you
growing
again.
Up, so yeah.
He's from a military family. We want to
Military
thank
background.
your dad and your family
Thank you,
for
yeah.
all the service they've done for
That
us.
means a lot to me and to them. Thank you. But I played college football actually at Utah State University, and
Okay.
then I've been in the AFL for the last 3-4 years and had some success there with Tommy and Utah. I've done pretty well, and
Nice.
so just signed here for at least 2 years. Our contract is at least 2 more years here. So
Well, we wish you
hopefully-
success, and it'll
hopefully
be-
after this year they'll want to keep me. So after that,
Oh,
so
and
if-
I just want to introduce you to an NFL scout, Smoking Jim Frazier.
Jim Frazier. Nice to
So
meet you.
he's a
Pleasure
guy
meet
to
you.
know, and it could help. He may even come to a couple of your games.
They could
too.
use a Wes Welker
So-
type slot guy, somebody to dump it off to, you know.
Your season
Hey.
Well, they
starts-
believe in a bubble screen here, just so you know. We argue about it, but there's a bubble screen play that they have, and I think you'd be ideal.
I think so too.
Your season
Yeah,
starts
well,
on March 15th. When's the season wrap up? Like last game of the season?
Well, since we'll be going to the playoffs and
I like
the
it.
I was getting that
championships in
because I want to know
August,
when to
so-
schedule the parade.
Yeah.
When we get the
Playoffs-
trophy.
The playoffs are in late July and
Okay,
and,
great.
early
Summertime's
August
a
is
great time to have a
championship,
parade.
yeah.
Except when Chip's at the Pirate game. I don't know if you saw the Pirate Boulevard. This was from Devin Shea. So
Nice,
we're
yeah.
all about sports.
And
And
one
it-
thing too, Lynn Swan is one of the most competitive guys I know, and he ain't gonna be happy until he wins multiple championships.
Well, you know, I can tell you too. I know Tommy, like you said, he's modest and he doesn't talk a lot
Yes.
about himself, but he's one of the most competitive quarterbacks. He's not. You won't see.
He doesn't
Tommy's
chirp
got
about
something
it.
called a quiet confidence,
Nice.
which is you don't
He
see.
got
in
a
lot of
little
other
Richard
guys, but-
Sherman
yeah,
in
he's-
No, we don't.
That's not a quiet confidence.
See, he's a contrary guy. You got to understand some of this sarcasm and I don't know. He likes to stir it up a little bit. If you friend me, Alan Levine,
Yeah,
Smoking
sure,
Jim
absolutely,
Frazier, and Chip Hayner, you'll see Smoking Jim talks a lot of things in sports. Like right now, he keeps
that's a
talking
big
about
topic.
Manning
Sure.
choking and
Okay,
he
yeah.
can't win and he's bet so
Somebody's
much
got it.
money. Now he's a gambler
I'm a
too, so be
professional
careful.
gambler, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going to give you a little insight. If he tells you to bet the house, give me a call. If he tells you it's a lead cinch pipe, give me a call. Because I lost a lot of those. Now he started something called heavy money. He got a lot of heavy money on this game. So I don't have any idea what it is, but I think he's hedging his bet. I think he has a quiet bet on Manning, and he's teasing these teams. Now, I don't know about gambling myself, but I think he's teasing some of this. So be
Hey, I had
careful.
enough of teasing in my life. No teasing.
I try to stay away from the gambling.
Good.
So, yeah.
And that's what I thought. I was
Not
just
to talk
putting it
to.
on us.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Because, we're running
I
this
appreciate the heads up. I'm new in
sports show.
town, so I appreciate the heads up
Well,
on who to talk to and who not
You
to
just
talk
call, give me a call. I don't know if I gave you my business. Oh, yeah, I gave you a business
Yeah.
card.
You shook his hand, you got his business card.
So you can give me a call. I don't know if you got a copy of our magazine,
to. No, I haven't.
Pittsburgh.
I haven't.
Did you get it?
No, I haven't.
You
got one.
haven't
That's kinda
got it yet.
disappointed,
you
yeah.
signed
I
it
can't
for
give you
him
the
now.
signed
You
one.
got the green
You
pen?
know what? The Passion Girls got so many of the magazine. I'll give you one of my last copies I have.
That's
But we
courteous,
started
thank you
this.
very
You're
much.
gonna sign
can-
it out.
Yeah, I'm not going to sign that. But we wish you the
not?
best. No, if you want me to, I could sign it with my green pen.
There it is, right there.
Another first. There we go, baby. Now, you've been a wide receiver, right? So do you block it all in this AFL?
Oh yeah.
Because
That's-
we like
you know,
blocking wide receivers.
wanna
Not
know the
only do you
truth?
have to catch in Pittsburgh,
You want to know the
but
truth?
if you don't
is-
knock some
yeah.
guys out,
Yep.
then
I
we
have a
don't
lot
have
of
that
fun with I
respect.
take
And
pride
it
in
looks
that
like
kind
you
of stuff.
can.
Yeah, no,
And
that's-
I know you're not on Peds. This guy's too honest, Smoking Jim.
Oh,
Come
thanks,
on
I
now.
appreciate that. But no, that's
Definitely.
something in Utah we actually had a lot of fun with. We had a group of receivers, and we're bringing one of them here, Sean Kalanamoku, who we had a
Can you
lot of
say
fun
that name
blocking
again,
downfield
please?
for each other.
Good.
What's his
Sean, it's a
not writing his name.
Polynesian last name.
Well, that's what I assumed.
Kalanamoku is his last name.
Kalanamoku.
Yeah, that might be a difficult
I like
one.
saying different names.
Sound like he can split a
Lesway?
coconut with his forehead.
That was one of our
Well, you know
touchdown
what? We're going to have to
celebrations.
invite you guys back as you go through training camp.
Yeah,
When you
I'd love
get
to come
closer
back,
to the
thanks.
season, when you have some time, we'd like to get you back here.
Okay.
You know where we're at now. And you can see us on Verizon 32 throughout the area if you have Verizon, on YouTube, and then at Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. I post everything up, so this will
Okay,
be
great.
up in a day or so.
All right.
And
Well,
we'll
I'll be
put the
back
interview.
then. Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck to you.
I'm
Yeah,
getting my season ticket
here, you
tomorrow
can-
for the Pittsburgh
I'll date it,
Power. I'm a
too.
fan.
Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Zip, cut that stuff out.
Sierra Chick, I'm the starting tailback for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Okay. And how long have you been with the Passion?
5 years. This is my 5th season.
No way.
And my last season.
What?
Yeah.
This was your original helmet.
Yes, it was.
Okay, well, I remember you back then. You've grown up.
Yes.
What's going on with this season? Why is it your last season?
Oh, marriage stuff. Start a family.
Hold it. Is it that gentleman that we saw at the boxing match?
Yes.
You want to mention his name? Because I was hoping he'd be here.
Verquan Kimbrough.
The greatest boxer I've ever seen in my life. The show for Quan the Show Kimbrough.
So that's why it's my last season. I have directives from my future husband.
And you got to be, this has to be one of the toughest women I've ever met because she has her husband-to-be working not one shift, but 2 shifts. Okay, so I'm not going to keep your helmet. You keep it. So, that's pretty awesome. He's a good man.
Yeah.
And I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks.
Now, what's your season look like this year? You guys going to get back to being a champion like we want?
Yeah, we just recently switched back to the IWFL, a league that we previously in 2 years ago. Everything's looking good. We're changing a lot of things on offense, switching some things out, just trying to balance some things out. Defense, everything's just, we're revamping a lot.
You play defense too?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No.
Because a lot play both.
They left me on. I think I went to defense one day for like 20 minutes, and they told me to go back to offense.
Okay, I understand.
I thought I looked good. I'm just saying.
Well, they know better.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can run with the ball. So.
That's
And
it.
that's it. The hitting part, forget about it. No doubt.
You used to be a track star. You still got the breakaway speed?
Enough.
And where do you guys practice at in the winter?
We're indoor over at Club Sport and Health over in Monroeville, the
God's country!
Why did you do that?
I knew there had to be a Monroeville connection.
Right when my hearing was coming back. You know how he is on opening.
I know.
Well,
Please
when
don't
does
say
the season start?
Monroeville.
Our season will start in March. Well, pretty much April, but we'll have 2 scrimmages. We'll have a scrimmage on March 22nd. It's a 4-team scrimmage that'll be in Baltimore. And then we'll come back home and have a scrimmage on the 29th against Cleveland.
And tell everybody where your home field is. 'Cause
It is
it's
at
a great
Highmark.
field.
Yeah, Highmark Stadium is down right in the heart of the south side with everything around you. Hard Rock Cafe.
And the
everything.
Fort
It's
Pitt
nice.
Bridge, if you're coming into Pittsburgh, for all you new guys that are from the Power, look down to the right. Look at our beautiful city, look down to the right, and you'll see a brand new stadium. That's where they play with the Riverhounds are there
Riverhounds,
also.
yeah.
So 2 class organizations. You know, we have a lot of respect for your owner, Teresa Kahn and Frank and Harris. You know, we're friends
Good
with them
people.
and have seen them at numerous things. I was involved with this Hugathon Pittsburgh where we did that fundraiser and helping out the Passion for Life. And they do a lot of great things in the community. You'll see the Passion players throughout, well, you see them all the time in God's country, but they're everywhere.
Yeah, we do
and
about 100.
if you can like their page, I know we're all about our Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook, but
Like
they
us.
have a chance to hit 10,000.
Wow.
If you could help them hit 10,000, that's my campaign. I even said it on Facebook, help them to get to 10,000. I think they were only at 9137 or something.
Yeah.
So you see, I watch some of those numbers because we're fans of yours, and I appreciate you being on the show.
Hey,
I have
Alan,
Good
can
luck.
I,
question.
can I get
Oh,
2
okay.
quick questions for you?
Sorry.
How many
I didn't know
teams
you
are in the
wanted
league?
more time.
How many teams are in the league, and how many games do you play in the season?
In the IWFL, they've made a lot of changes over the last 3 years. Mostly for the IWFL and the WFA, there's about 60 to 70 teams in each league. But you're looking at 3 different leagues across the nation
60
with
to
women's.
70.
Yeah. So, but of course, in these leagues, you do have different tier of teams. You have tier 1, tier 2. You have an X team, so it has a different change in how many players you have on the field, things like that. But it's all outdoor, full contact
and
football.
how many games is your season going to be?
We're
this
at
year?
8-week season, 8 games. We
Okay.
usually have 2 buys. We have a pretty good looking schedule. It's not really set in stone yet, so we can't talk about it but too much. But
I
it,
We're not
it looks
gonna
good.
pry.
It's
I
gonna be
understand.
fun.
All right.
It's
Hey, I
gonna be
wish
fun.
you all the luck in the
And
world.
I hope that everybody comes out to the games.
Like their page, Pittsburgh Passion. Thank you. Sharon, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Introduce yourself to your fan base already and your growing fans.
I'm Sharon Vasquez, defensive back, safety for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Great. Is that your helmet?
This is my helmet, soon to be Plexus helmet.
Oh, Plexus helmet. Okay. And that's Michelle?
Michelle, yes.
Okay, because I don't know all these nicknames.
We call her Plex. That's Michelle.
Not plexiglass, though.
No, no.
Okay,
no.
good.
No,
That sounds
tougher
good.
than glass.
Now, how long have you been a receiver with the Passion?
No, defensive back.
Defensive back.
strong
All right.
safety.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is my 8th year with the Pittsburgh Passion. I've
You only
been.
look like you're 22 years old.
Oh, I like you.
Hold it. He's a scout of the ladies here. Be careful. And he lives in God's country, Monroeville. Okay?
Yeah. I actually played for 10 years in the league. I've been on the Erie Illusions now with the Passion for 8 years.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
great.
So,
What made you get started with football here?
I just love contact sports. That's why I play defense.
I assumed, but I wanted you to say it.
You know,
Because Jack Lambert, you would have never known that Jack Lambert liked to hit people, right?
Yeah.
When you say safety, I know you like hitting people.
Yeah, it is. It's a special defense. Is always like you have to be special for that position. When the
Did
lights
your
go
mama
on.
tell you were special like
yes,
mine did? Okay.
yes, definitely. So,
Well, what sports did you play in high school and college?
basketball, I ran track, but I grew to love contact after finding out about a football team and seeing how fun it was, and seeing that girls can play the same sport as men do too.
Well, we give you a lot of credit because you don't get paid
No.
to do this. You have to
It's
get
for the love of the
sponsors.
game.
And one of the other things I wanted to bring up is the Pittsburgh Passion players need help with sponsorships and other things. And we're about promoting the good. And this is a great bunch of people and a class act.
Yeah.
So if you can help them out and get a hold of them, that Pittsburgh Passion Facebook page?
Yes.
You know to like that.
www.pittsburghpassion.com.
Right.
Come on there, and you can always sign up to be a sponsor. Great girls, play for the love of the game.
Right. And I've met a bunch of them. I've
Yeah.
never met you before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to meet you. How's it look this season for your defense there?
It's looking awesome. We got to do some new changes, but we are ready to go.
Are you?
Firing off. First of the year, 1st of April.
You've
around
already
that time.
had a couple practices, haven't
Yes,
you?
we have. We started
Because I
January.
noticed that.
Yes, we started January.
Smoking Jim, you weren't scouting
And
the
we were-
Do
practices.
you take it easy on your teammates in practice?
We didn't see Smoking Jim at practice.
You know what? I have to tell you, on a sad note, Smoking Jim was supposed to go to an awards dinner with me, and instead of getting a note from his mama, he went to the hospital for a week.
Oh.
And then he has a text-only phone. Like, I have a dumb phone. He has a smartphone. You'd think he'd call or talk. He didn't. So now he has a new fan base, and they're called nurses.
Oh.
And then there's lady doctors also. So now it's difficult to get a hold of him. So that's why he didn't make it for your scouting
Okay.
and
All right,
checking
that's
out.
understandable.
But he will be there now that he
Okay.
met you, and you're only 22 years old. So
Yes, definitely. 22. Yeah.
it's good, definitely.
Yeah.
And did you go to school around this area?
Yeah, actually, I went to Shaler Area High School.
Oh, out in the north.
So you used to losing, huh?
There goes this good guy.
You gotta walk through that. You gotta go that gauntlet there to get out of here, Jim.
You know what? The rest of the team just stood up, Smoking Jim, and now they know you're kryptonite. You're in the hospital with an
Bunch of
undisclosed
nurses.
illness. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. He talks about different. I'll let him describe what that is. So he's off. There's rumors to that effect.
Yeah.
But he will come around, and
He will.
with Shaler, just so you know, we're out of Bethel Park in the community there, and we played you in football and other
Mm-hmm. Yes.
sports. I have good friends from Shaler, so the less said, the better about
Okay.
some
Yes,
of those battles.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Even the battles of the band, we tended to beat the Shaler band.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had a good
well, your
band now.
Yeah, your band was good.
We got a
but-
good band now.
Well, now.
Okay.
But I'm talking a few years ago.
Okay.
My kids are they're a couple years older than you're 22.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know. Well, I wish you the best of luck this
Thank
season.
you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
thank
You're
you.
welcome back whenever you want to come on and hit somebody,
Definitely.
except for me. You can
I'll come back and do that.
All right.
Championship ring?
This is.
Hold it. I forgot. Will you take that ring off? Hold that up. Hold that up. Listen to this, folks. I forgot because she's so quiet.
And you see the white guy missed that bling bling.
Eric, wait, look at all my jewelry on here. I forgot it all. Now, I got to apologize for that because you're a modest
Yeah.
athlete. But we're proud of people that are successful around here. So,
Oh, thank you.
can you describe what happened to get that ring?
So I was selected to a 40.
Hold that up, because go get that in there.
I was selected to a 45-man roster for the United States team. This is my second time, 2013 and 2010.
Second time.
Two-time gold medalist.
You don't have to leave the show.
Okay.
You just stay here. I don't care if he said you're a loser from Shaler. Hold it. We
and I
just
was-
heard from the fans, her own teammates.
And I was also defensive MVP of the world.
Hold it. My hat goes off. Another promotion. We're promoting everybody. This BC, it's not the biblical BC. It's Brenner Contracting. If you have any type of trouble, like you can't get out of your driveway, or your walks need shoveled, or your grass needs cut, call Brenner Contracting. You'll see him on at the end of the show. That's enough of that. Champ, MVP of the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, it was a pleasure.
Hold up. Hold. Everybody hold up 1 second. I know I shouldn't have my favorites, but for years, my all-time favorite, and I seen her before she even started playing. We got Plex coming up, my all-time favorite, captain of the team.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Plex, introduce yourself. You already got
I
your
don't
fans
have to.
here.
I don't have to.
Well, this is going to create a new, larger fan base.
Yes.
Because you got Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. You got Verizon 32 everywhere. You got Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park. So you got new fans coming up
Trying to
right
make me
now.
nervous. Trying to make me nervous.
Well, we also hit 2,281 likes, so somebody must have done it while they were here.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
Valerie did, who's shy.
Yeah,
She's
right.
not coming on air. She didn't even wear a jersey because of that. We may get her up since she was 2,281.
There you go.
Did you relax yet?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good. Drinking my Kai tea. I'm good.
Okay, have
Mich-
another tea. Brandy, bring her a tea.
My name is Michelle Brevard Peters, and let's see, I've been playing for 9. This is really my 10th season, I think it is. I played 9
and
years.
you're 25.
Yeah. My daughter's 24, but no.
How did
How did
that
that happen? But I did
It's a
take.
miracle.
I took a year off, and
Had a child.
God no. No, actually, I birthed a husband. I also birthed a business. So, yeah, I started my own business, and I got married the past
Well,
year.
since we like promoting, I do shameless promotions. What's your business?
Oh, my business is. Let me tell you.
Well, just a short version, please.
No,
Did I
I-
give you a business card? Hold on.
Did you shake her hand?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But,
Contact me.
Me and my husband are the owners of the Genuine Pub. It's in Verona, PA. And
Can you tell me his name?
Yes, his name is Charles Peters. He's right over there.
All right.
All right. Because that husband doesn't cut it with me.
See, I got to get a big 6'4" guy, too.
Understand.
We play defense. And just so you know, Sharon is very modest. But one of the things that I did miss in my year off is the camaraderie and the battle, especially with us defensive players. There's nobody that can battle each other like defensive players. Offensive players don't really like when we play around too much.
No. You mean you hit too many people?
Yeah.
Hit them hard.
You got to be special. You got to be a special person to play defense. But I missed it my year off. I really did.
And
No,
we're
that's
looking at a
fantastic.
shutdown corner.
I wanted to hear the
Best in
scout
the world.
because he loves giving these reports, especially on ladies, too. This is his dream come true. 4-3.
Yeah, it's my number. It's my number. Playing safety, which is nice. We're playing a little different scheme this year, so I'm really excited about it. I love covering and I love playing in the box, so I get to do a little bit of both. So
How are you on the runs? When you
I
come up
love
on
it.
a
I love it. Love it.
I just had
I
to
missed
ask.
that contact. Missed that so much.
So you got a little Troy Polamalu.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you're wearing
he's got,
43.
but he's got Troyetta. I don't know about that.
Troyetta.
Are you playing full 11 on the side, or when you play?
We play NFL rules.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
11
we
on
do
the
play
side?
NFL
It's a
rules.
nice
Okay.
game.
So it's no powder puff about it at all. It's
No, I wasn't
yeah,
insinuating
no powder
that. I
puff.
just
NFL rules.
Yeah.
just want to be educated. That's all.
No, it's a great game.
Yeah.
I've been to a few of them.
And you should come to more. Anybody should come out. A lot of people wonder why
Sometimes
women
those
play.
Saturday games are rough to get to.
Well, get to them. Get to them. You guys
Okay.
get to anywhere else
Whoa.
you want to go. Let's
She
go.
just hit me. Oh.
And we have a bar at the stadium. It's not hard.
Who said we're drinking?
The ladies.
Well, Plex will tell everybody. Everybody knows I'm a newspaper reporter, and I've covered the Passion for a lot of years. Wrote a lot of great articles on the Passion, and looking for more and more this year. Locker
What
room
newspaper
interviews.
is that so they can get a hold of you?
It's like Plug City around here.
Well, look, we got your
I
business.
love it. Yes, we did.
What is that? What's the name of
The
that
Genuine
business?
Pub? Yes.
Say that again. I
The
didn't-
Genuine Pub
No way, in Verona.
in Verona. You guys are
Okay.
funny.
Well,
But Jim, I want to thank you. You've always been a supporter. You've always been a fan, and I've always appreciated the publicity that you did give us. And a lot of times, especially when we first started, as men did not take us serious. But the only way to see that it's real football is to actually come out and watch a game.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you forget that it's women.
true.
It becomes football.
That's true.
It becomes
That-
football.
that's
And we
a
have,
great
like I said,
point.
we have athletes like
Flax,
Sharon
that's a
Basketball.
great point,
Yeah.
especially the speed of the players.
Yeah.
And I was amazed.
You have world class players on this team. You have a USA MVP playing right here in Pittsburgh.
Hold it, world
So
MVP.
how a world
World.
MVP? And
World.
how do you miss that? It's right there on the south side.
You
So you're really missing out.
And you're out of George Couple Stadium, so you got a nice new modern facility.
We do.
And that's awesome in itself.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
All right. You
I
guys
mean,
heard
you're-
it here, right?
You're welcome.
You got it here, right?
You heard it, and you can come back here. We're men of our word.
I know where to find you.
Whoa, Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook.
That was good.
You got to be
That was good,
2282. Where's your smartphone?
That's right over there.
You better like us because of that challenge.
I will.
I'll be there.
I definitely will.
I'll come out to Monroeville and scout you guys.
Come on.
We'll see how hard you're hitting the other ladies out there.
It's all right.
Just give me a handshake.
I will.
I'll see you
Thank
later.
you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Hey,
You know I love you.
hey, pleasure
you,
to
guys.
meet you. Good luck this year.
Thank you very much.
Mario, welcome. They know who you are, but some of the new fans don't know who you are, Mr. Mona V. So,
Mario Tempest. I represent a product called Mona V. This does look like wine, but this is what makes my mom make all of her cookies. This is the product right here.
give me some of that. I'm going to start baking.
This bottle is the official juice of the Houston Rockets, Utah Jazz, and the Boston Red Sox. I'll drink that bottle right there.
Got a brown paper bag?
No, we don't. Hey, I want to thank you for thanks for the Pittsburgh Power.
No problem. I'm
Tommy
excited.
Brady and
I'm very
Aaron
excited.
LeSway. I appreciate you bringing them here and inviting them up to our show. Thank you.
Very excited about that.
Definitely.
About those games yesterday.
Yeah, I want to report on the Bullets. We're promoting them wherever we can on Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook. You know, we're all about Go Bullets. So
I was there.
We need eyewitnesses here. We hear they're undefeated.
I was there. I had my booth there last night. It sat right in the corner, courtside. They're just unbelievable, unstoppable. Miss Freddie did the halftime entertainment.
I would have loved to have been there for that performance.
Yeah, Miss Freddie was awesome. They had a nice crowd, and they are fantastic. They're just unbeatable.
And what was the score? Because wasn't it like a?
It was like
insane
120
score?
to 40 or something like that. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were they drinking any of this stuff? Because I might need a little shooter of this.
They were drinking the energy drink portion.
Randy, we
yeah.
need a shooter of this.
Mario, this helps with joints.
Yeah, this particular one has liquid glucosamine in it. It helps for your
I was
joints.
reading that because I'm somebody that puts a lot of miles on my legs every day.
I got
my
a
knees
concoction
are shot.
for
I've
you.
had 3 knee operations.
You saw what it did to my mother. She's going to be 91. She started drinking this at the ripe young age of 85.
Now when
She
you
was
start
in great
drinking
shape,
That, how
and is.
soon do you start seeing the results?
Everybody's different. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a month.
Here, Chip, I'll give you a little insight. Get MSM, glucosamine, and chondroitin as a mix. Chief knows we worked a lot of shifts and carrying bundles. I was taking that a long time, and it helps your joints tremendously. And
Yeah.
and the liquids,
Liquid
it's
form is a
easier,
lot better. and
digestible.
It absorbs a lot quicker.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
talk
incredible
off air
stuff.
for that consultation, but we appreciate it. We're trying to get the Bullets
You guys are
report.
all over my head.
So how did Marcus do? I want the scouting report on Marcus.
Marcus, he did well, but they were playing so well that they sort of pulled him back, pulled
Really?
the reins because everybody got to play, and but when he was in, man, you got to see him play. He's an incredible basketball player.
Smoking Jim's told me about him. Marcus has told me about himself. So I do want to see him.
Yeah.
We're trying to get out there, but we've had events at the same time. So, and some of this is inside jokes. He's not laughing at my lines, folks. Just so you know. Hey, Mary, I appreciate
All
your
right.
time.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
being
much.
on, and thanks for bringing the guest. It's now officially Z time on our show. We're not waiving this part of the show. Welcome here, Zach.
I'm pretty excited to be here. Happy Martin
You
Luther
seem
King
like it.
Jr. Day to all you folks here in attendance at SIPS. I want to remind you folks that I'm pretty happy to announce since the Steelers gave Smoking Jim a job and Terry Smith got a job at Penn State, the unemployment rate at Gateway has just gone down. We got two, brother. You see how easy that is at home, folks? You don't even have to go to college to figure this math out at General Studies at Cal U. I'm giving you this knowledge for free.
Thanks for coming out so subdued here. This is Zach Brenner from BC, in case you forgot.
They didn't forget.
Okay, well, they might have. I was talking to them, not you.
Okay.
Don't be drinking. It's a display model. I already tasted a little.
You're going to die now.
No, it made me stronger.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, what hurts you, you grow from it and you become stronger.
I thought you were that green tea coconut.
I had 12 cups of green tea today. I don't need to use the bathroom right now, so we'll leave that alone. Okay? But everything's fine.
Al,
The flu's
too
not
much
nearby.
information, buddy.
Yep. TMI. But
You had to
we
ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had a great time. Got to thank Todd, me, Devin Shea, and Al Levine. We had a great time out at Robinson. Al Levine kind of needed a Snickers there towards the end.
What? What are you talking about? Here's what I don't like. Snickers is one of my favorite bars. They teased me for over a half an hour that they were getting me a Snickers. I thought these young puppies, I thought they were sincere. They were insincere. Where's that Snickers bar? Here's your hat bag.
No, you made it through. You made it through.
Oda, can you imagine? I had to carry this guy the whole time.
Wow.
Well, then, you know that's not true. Then that's a lie. But we'll revisit that tomorrow night on Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's.
No, it won't be his almanac. He didn't even know we were there. He didn't know that I had a photo with the old 2-9er because he doesn't know who the old 2-9er is.
He didn't even know we had a hockey team in the city of Pittsburgh.
He didn't even know we were at the mall at
He still thought
Robinson.
the team was the Pittsburgh Hornets.
Here, should I show you the text? Hey Al, what time's the Pitt game and what channel's it on? We're about ready to get a couple signatures from the real
Hey, Alan,
deal Neil.
It's not Snickers, it's close. At work, rest or play.
It's not stale, folks.
That was a display. That was a display model.
And whoever had that.
Hey, hopefully somebody doesn't have low blood sugar now because they gave up their candy bar.
Here, I saved half it and I didn't touch it because it was all paper I ate.
Hey, tonight's show is gonna go down as one of the most entertaining
Why?
of 2014. Why?
Yeah, I don't know the difference. What's unusual about it?
You're in rare form tonight, sir. You're in rare form
Can I
tonight.
have more sugar?
No more sugar, no more Mona V, man. You're good. Green tea for you, sir.
Well, thank you. Hey, welcome to the show. What's on your mind? Because we were talking about sports the other day, like football,
other
NFL
day?
football.
Every
yeah,
day?
it was all day. I mean, all day. That marathon we had. Wait, I need some more.
Al even gave me a 20-minute explanation on why the U.S. dollar isn't worth anything while I was almost falling asleep. So we covered all bases on Saturday, 2 Saturdays in a row.
A new world record for Brenner and Levine. I don't know if we'll have the third one. Please.
Instead of economics, do you call it alconomics?
Yeah, definitely.
I have a great pupil, too. He only asks a couple questions. He's like, why and when are you going to stop? And I said, the first one is 1913. I don't know why. And the second one is, I'm unstoppable.
That's your drawback, Alan. If you talk to people, you leave them speechless.
That's my plan.
And I just want to remind folks, especially the last couple Steelers seasons, hopefully if they're going to pay Jim Frazier to come down and scout, they're actually going to let him scout football players in the NFL, college players. Hopefully he's scouting some college players right now, or we're never going to get any better. So hopefully they let him make a pick and let him pick some of the players that he watches all season. We do need a couple more Browns and Ike Taylors. We can't take that away from you. We won't take that away from you, especially today.
I'm glad you said today. I think we hung around too much because he stole one of my lines like, today. You're the best today, Smoking Jim.
He sure is.
Because we were at a restaurant and we had the best waiter that day. We met the best manager that day.
I'm pretty sure all of them got a card from Al Levine, too.
Hey.
If they shook his hand.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I already know.
Oh, give me that card back. Give me that.
You cheapskate. I'm keeping
You have a
this.
dozen of them. I left them in your vehicle. I got all these Brenner contracting cards. I don't even think I got any more left. I gave them all out. You saw the people we ran into when they said, Look, I got BC.
They did.
But we did have a great time with the Penguins. James Neal, Craig Adams, great picture. Phil Bork, the old 2-9er.
Phil Bork
we were
and
talking.
Levine had a good 10-minute conversation.
Yeah, here was the problem. I don't know if I needed a Snickers bar or anything, but the way they had the cattle call, they had a line. There were like over 100 people that had tickets. So thanks to Todd Murphy for giving us comp tickets. These were great tickets. 6 autographs we got. And however they did it, it was organized very well. But towards the end, we wondered why the old 2-9er, his line wasn't moving. Here, he took time like I do to talk to each person, Smoking Jim. And he was glad to hear what we do, and he liked some of the stuff we were talking about. He wondered how come there were 3 guys with Pittsburgh Sportsline magazine.
Really?
Yeah, he wondered how that happened because it was 3 in a row we brought up there. Not only did the Penguin players know us, but the security and the other people said, is your show really on Verizon 32? And should we like Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook? So they did. We got some likes there, and it was just a great day. They took pictures. I even took a great photo, one of my first great photos. No, I'm bad on that smartphone.
Oh, he's terrible.
Craig Adams, I have to thank him. If he ever watches this, I hit the button at least 8 times, and there was no picture. At least and he was holding that smile in our magazine. I feel bad because he held our magazine the whole time. And
He's held that magazine longer than Jim Frazier did.
And he read it too. He said, what's up with Gateway, the top 5 players? He wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. Isn't that the #1 question? Even
Hold
from
it.
John Wagner.
Hold it. One of your best friends, Steel Nation magazine, John Wagner was there with his son, who's a great young man.
He is.
Just fantastic. He even went to our Facebook page. He goes, what's up with Gateway, the top 5 players? And then he goes, they're all going to Temple. I said, not for long. And that was only like on the rough part that we heard a rumor that you didn't tell us the rumor because I guess you weren't allowed. So you tell us everything else.
One of the Whipple's living legends, to quote on Coach Smith from the Alameen. A living legend in the Whipple. I can't take that away from y'all either. So.
Yeah.
But the WPIA will when they took away all those wins because you had like 20-some-year-old guys playing on the team.
No, they didn't know how old they were. They never got an age on them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, that's
just
fair.
like with his photo, somebody said Urkel was playing at Gateway. I don't know. I'm not repeating who said
I don't know
that.
what year that was.
I'm not saying
I don't know
who
what year
said
that was,
that.
but those were some sharp glasses.
And they said, why was his football pants up to his chest?
And you wonder why he has trouble reading. He never has his glasses on. You don't even have to go to college.
He
to learn
just
some of
wrote
these
another book this past week. Wrote another one.
I'm still waiting to read the first one.
He writes them every week. I'm telling you.
I'm waiting to read a scouting report on anybody. Maybe Shafino. He got a scouting report on a 5th grader.
Don't bring that up. Hey, Smoking Jim, you got to do an official apology on this. You got me in trouble with a basketball game on Saturday.
Was he in the hospital? Which one? What did you go with?
No, this was just this
What
Saturday.
did he go with? Hold on. What did he go with? I gotta hear
Never
this.
mind. We'll talk off air.
Because we know he wasn't in Robinson meeting Penguins.
Here,
He doesn't even know we got a hockey team.
You need a Snicker bar.
No, I'm
You're
just
getting
getting
that
warmed up. I can't wait for tomorrow night, folks. Tune in. 7 to 8.
I
Bethel
hope,
Park
I, hope,
TV.
I hope this is put on before then, so it'll be a good
Hopefully, if
promo.
Smoking Jim makes it, there's going to be a snowstorm tonight. So, but you know I'll be there. You know I'll be there, guaranteed. I'll mush in on a bobsled.
I know. You might have to pull out the snowblower.
I might have to pick Jim Frazier up in God's country and drag him in.
We might.
If you pick Jim Frazier up, you're guaranteed to have him at your event. If you have Jim Frazier drive himself, he might not show up to a boxing match at his own university.
Here, let's get serious for a moment.
Let's get serious.
Now, you mentioned boxing, so I'm going to segue into boxing. You invited a few boxers here for next week, and I couldn't even tell Smoking Jim who they all are because we got a couple.
Reiko is going to be sending you a text message.
All right,
You
well,
said
here.
Reiko was the best ever. You can't keep having all these best evers.
Why not? Everybody believes them. All right, who's the boxers that you have coming next week?
Well, big Ed Lattimore,
Okay.
heavyweight, and Billy Hutchinson. They're both getting ready to fight, and we're going to try to get Frank, the voice, the announcer.
Okay.
And over here, Hall of Famer.
Merja.
Yep, Merja. We're going to try to get him. And Matt Conway, maybe a couple amateur boxers. You know,
Well, you
maybe
may have-
Vasquez.
Vasquez already committed. You saw on Facebook.
I commit to a lot of stuff.
Well, you saw on Facebook, he messaged me, and that's in concrete. Okay? When they message me there and I post that breaking news, that's official. It doesn't get any more official than that, well, unless Smoking Jim
If you
tells
give
me.
out enough business cards and you give out enough
wait.
magazines, and you eventually somebody's going to call. Hopefully somebody calls the show tomorrow. What's the phone number over
412-831-3304. And I will answer. Maybe not right away, but I will. Well, we're winding this down. We got a few minutes to go. Now, all these boxers, we'll have to see if they show up.
Hey, it's a crapshoot any Monday, you know.
Because you know we got Smoking Jim's favorite, Miss Lucy.
I love Lucy.
And I have
coming with those pheromones.
Pheromones. She got all kind of body lotions. That Freudian slip doesn't cut that, Dave. Can you censor him? Censor him on that. He was supposed to say pheromones. He can spell it. I know it. He won the spelling bee for Steel Valley. He was 8 years old.
We're winners, Smoking
He's also
Jim.
a world
We're
champion
winners.
in shooting marbles at
Hey,
Steel
hold on.
Valley.
Hey,
it was downhill the
regardless
whole
of
way.
shooting
They won.
marbles- Hold on a second. Regardless of shooting marbles, we have
Regardless.
we have a coach of the San Francisco 49ers. His name is Jim Tamsula. He's definitely going to be due for a head coaching job at some point in this league. He came from Steel Valley. So, you know, we got a lot more guys in the NFL than they do at Gateway. So let's
Hold
just,
it.
let's
Late
just
breaking news before we end the show. We hit a new high. People in the bar must have liked us. We're at 2,285. Thank you for everybody that liked us at Sips Sports Bar. We appreciate it. And with all your coaches, sorry I had to root against your San Francisco boys, but I told you what it would be.
Because of the 6.
No, because I like Manning this year. Anybody gets stem cell research, it works, and you're able to play in the cold now, not in an arena. I like that. He's going to win the Super Bowl. We're just about out of time. We got to wrap it up. Chip, any last words?
Yes, join me this week in boycotting the Pro Bowl. I'm not going to have anything to do with watching it or buying into the
I never
circus
do.
that
You're
Deion
joining
Sanders
my
is
part.
going to be a part of.
Deion Sanders is playing. I'm watching.
That wouldn't waste my time.
Smoking Jim Frazier, what event do we have to go to that you didn't tell anybody we can't?
Well, all I know is I got heavy money on Seattle to beat Denver, and I'll break it down how they're going to do it next week.
Okay,
I like
that's
that.
2
I like
weeks.
that.
That heavy money,
Get that heavy
better
money.
tease it with something, I'm telling you.
Light
'Cause
pockets,
it's
heavy
not
money.
a straight bet. This is not a straight bet. Little Z, what else do you want to end with Z time?
Hey, I just hope everybody tunes in tomorrow night from 7 to 8 p.m. and we're going to revisit a lot of stuff from tonight's show.
And
Guaranteed.
I want to thank Devin Shea, Erin Ward. She had to travel so far to get here. She made it. She's fantastic. Matt Harkins, I don't know where he come from, but he's trying to get in the running for Volunteer of the Year.
Oh, he's
They're all
behind.
jumping in. And then the Volunteer of the Year was John the Tiger Kiger.
Rookie of the year.
Not this year, last year.
He high-fived himself.
And his mom brought young Jacob over with the hoagie.
Yeah,
I had it
his
at
hoagie was
9:05. The Bethel Park Band hoagies are still good. I've eaten so many, I may start gaining weight again. But enjoy those hoagies. Thanks to Dave Cable. Thanks to Bethel Park for letting us run out of the neighborhood. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere, Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park, YouTube worldwide, and Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. Have a nice night. Be safe in this storm.
Tune in God's country.